Breaking news. Kimetsu no Yaiba chapter 197 review. Now, before I jump into this, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. Lets me know you're rocking with the content that I put out here in this channel. And without further ado, let's get into this review. Now, with the past like 6 or 7 chapters of Kimetsu no Yaiba, it has been like this running notion on Twitter and everywhere else on social media that the exact same thing is happening week after week, chapter after chapter, with Muzan and Tanjiro and Naguro and all these other factors that have played a part in the final arc of Demon Slayer. And it's getting really hard to review these things because you already know what's going to happen with the next chapter, essentially, right? There might be a small curveball in there, here or there, but for the most part, you know, Muzan's going to be flailing his arms, Tanjiro is going to be trying to link all the breathing techniques, and Aguro is just going to be a guru and lending a hand to Tanjiro. And you get to the points you're like, okay, what's really going to happen? Because when I review Kimetsu no Yaiba chapters, they're actually my shorter reviews that I have on the channel, just because the same thing happens and there's not a lot of new informations or revelations that occur throughout the pages and throughout the panels. But I guess the major takeaway from this was Muzan unleashes a new ability or a new tack or a blood demon art, right? That's what Tanjiro eventually says that it is, or that's what he assumes that it is, but he does this thing where he like discharges this electricity from his body. I've never seen it before in all of the final arc of Kimetsu no Yaiba, and it makes you think, why didn't he do this before? Like, he's been in a pinch before. If he really wanted to end this, he could have easily have done that and really gave himself time to regroup, because as soon as he does it, Tanjiro and Aguro start having spasms, right? They start convulsing and having seizures. That's what led me to believe that this was an electricity attack and a blood demon art in and of itself. Tanjiro's hit, Iguro's hit, and the crow that was relaying information about saying how much time it was also hit and effectively killed, thus cutting the connection that the Demon Slayer Master had and the vision that he had to Tanjiro and Aguro. That is cut out completely. I believe it is stated that it's 25 minutes until, yes, 25 minutes until sunrise. That's how long they have to hold off. But with Aguro and Tanjiro having spasms and seizures, they literally cannot do anything. This blood demon art affected their central nervous system in some way, shape, or form, and there's nothing he can do. Hitting page 9, 10, and 11, Muzan's, he's out, right? He's gone, or he's trying to get away, but that's when Best Boy Inosuke comes in, stops him, and confronts him solo. Alright, this is a 1v1 situation on Rust. Inosuke's shivering. Alright, he's talking a good game, but that doesn't last very long, because the minute Muzan goes on the offense, he catches Inosuke straight up. Page 14, bitch nigga Zenitsu comes through, saves Inosuke. They both, like, you know what I'm saying, I think they lob his arm off or something like that. Something along those lines. I can't really remember, but Inosuke manages to break free. Zenitsu is yelling, telling Tanjiro that he can't die, because at this point, Tanjiro, his vision's fading. He's all the way out the door. The only thing left that Tanjiro can do in a situation like this is stab himself with his katana. Alright? The reason he's going to do this is because it's a theory. Like, this is a running theory he's having. He says, I need to be able to stab myself, because if it is a blood demon art, then his Nichiren can counteract the blood demon art that's in his body. So for like 2 pages, he's trying to build up the courage to stab himself, but he has to be extremely careful, because if he stabs himself, he has to watch out for any major blood vessel or vital spot, a vital organ. And I'm reading this and I'm like, why would you choose to stab yourself in the stomach? Like, why couldn't you stab yourself in the arm, the leg? You know, you have to watch out for your leg too, but just stab yourself in the arm, stab yourself in the hand. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would he pick his stomach of all places to stab himself to break this technique that's been used on him? Keep in mind, we haven't seen Aguro at all this entire time. We're getting into the final chapter. We're getting into the final pages, page 18 and page 19. And Muzan, again, like, he leveled up. He looks like this. He has these mouths running across his chest. He leveled up again. It's never his final form. You never know what you're going to expect from this man. He levels up. He's complaining, these pests, I crush them, but they won't die. They come back again and again. They get up over and over to buy time until dawn, until the moment that they can take my life. Right? That's the end of the chapter, and you're seeing all only 2. You've seen these badasses get up. One's missing a leg, one's missing an arm. They got their sword, they got the ball and chain, and they're on their way to Musen right now. I feel like it's just going to be the same thing. Even if they do get there, Musen's just going to be flailing his arm, but he has to do something. I feel like within the last 25 minutes, maybe within the last 10 minutes before sunrise, when Musen starts to actually see the... Well, no, if it's 25 minutes, you should actually be able to see the horizon. Like, there should be light actively coming onto the planet, the Earth, where they are right now. They should be able to start to see the light. It's probably not enough to start affecting him, but the birds should be chirping. Actually, the birds should have been chirping a while ago. But anyway, the birds should be chirping at this point in time. But like I said, like these are my shorter chapter reviews, just off the strength that there isn't a lot to talk about in terms of something that is new. But how do y'all feel about this? How do y'all feel about the chapters of Kimetsu no Yaiba, the past, like, maybe, I guess, 10 chapters? Probably not. Probably back to, like, 170. Probably back to, like, 178, maybe 172, when they've confronted Musen and they were actively fighting him. They've been fighting him for a while, but definitely since 175, I'm gonna say. So at least almost 20 chapters we've been reading the exact same thing that has been going on. The only difference is that Musen might bust out an occasional technique, or we might have some revelation about it, or that whole time Tanjiro got there with sun breathing. When Tanjiro got there with sun breathing, I thought it was going to be over relatively quick, but that doesn't seem to be the case. No one seems to be coming to help Musen, obviously, because everyone else is dead. I would like to have seen something different. Maybe they could have stayed in the underground just a little bit longer, and I feel like it should have been harder for them to get from the underground to above ground. Like, it was a different dynamic when they were underground due to the fact that it was his world and he could change it at will, which added a huge dynamic to the battle. But now, since they're above ground, there is no dynamic. It's just hold him off until the sun comes. That's it. That's our only option. Tanjiro has not been able to link these sun breathing techniques together. I don't even know why they even made that a thing. Like, oh, you gotta link them all together. No, it should just be sun breathing can beat him, land an attack, end this. He shouldn't have to link all the forms together in order to beat him. I think that's a little bit of overkill, but we're gonna see how this ends. I just had to make this video a little bit longer by giving that little ramble. Nonetheless, if you made it to the end, thank you for rocking with me. If you're new, go plus ultra, smash that subscribe button. Like the video, comment on the video how you feel like the final arc of Kimetsu no Yaiba is going. And like always, keep it safe and rep tight. I'm out.